Hey everybody, my name is Leah. I'm 17 and I live in fear. Everybody's afraid of something. Maybe you're afraid of the dark or spiders or sharks. Well, me, I'm afraid of death. You might think that that's something normal. I mean, nobody wants to die, right? Well, maybe a few people do, and they should definitely find some professional help. But my fear is really strong because I know exactly how it's going to happen. I dream about it all the time, and I've been really close to dying. It began when I was 14. One of my best friend's mom was a fortune teller, kind of like a witch. She'd read your palm and tell you your future. And I went over to her house several times to study chemistry with, my friend because we were classmates. And one day her mom asked me to stay for dinner, and I said yes because I was trying to be polite. And, anyways, while we were eating, she told me I had a strong, dark energy surrounding me and my family. She told me she was going to perform an emergency cleansing session. She took all the food away and lit some candles and incense. She started saying some weird things to herself. It was like she was praying, but in a different language, maybe in Latin, and then she took one of my hairs out of my head. She was staring at the ceiling for a few seconds, and then she talked to me with a very serious expression, deadly serious. She asked my friend, her daughter, to burn some spirit weeds since she needed to cleanse my aura. She said that the spirits told her that a mysterious woman, maybe one of my dad's exes, contacted a strong Cuban wizard to curse my family. Apparently, Cuba is famous because of witchcraft and strong coffee, although that has nothing to do with this. The spirits also told her that the curse was a killing curse. The person who did this really wanted us dead. That type of spell is super expensive. Some witches could ask like $4,000 for something like that. Still less than a hitman, she joked. Although I have no idea why she would know that. Anyways, my friend's mom took a crystal ball to see my future, and after pushing the burning weeds close to me, she said that I needed to be very careful with car accidents, as she saw me dying in one. Of course, I didn't believe her until that day, but I started having nightmares about car crashes in different scenarios. At least twice a week, every damn week, I woke up scared and sweating. Then a year went by. My family and I were going to Colorado for a vacation on this road, kind of out in the middle of nowhere. And then a deer jumped out, and my dad tried to avoid him, but it was too late. We hit the deer, and then the car lost control, and we crashed into some trees. I passed out for a few minutes. I remember waking up and the sound of an ambulance. My mom and my little sister didn't make it. The nightmare was becoming real. My dad blamed himself for the accident. A month after their funeral, I confessed to my dad what the witch had told me. He looked surprised for a bit, and then he told me that I was stupid to believe something like that, and that it was his fault for not paying enough attention to the road. But deep down, I knew that there was something else going on. On the first day of school, I almost got hit by a bus. I felt like it wasn't a coincidence, and I asked my friend if I could see her mom again. We went after school, and she told me that I needed to be away from my dad to be safe. What? I can't just leave him. He's so depressed about what happened, and I'm pretty sure he won't be able to handle it. Plus, I need him too. He's my dad. But the last few years, I've been involved in at least 6 car crashes. Thank God none of them had serious injuries. And you might think, well, then don't get in a car. But it's not that easy. Of course, I tried to just take public transit, but that's still getting in a vehicle. I've lost count of how many times a car's almost run me over. And I can't just leave my home. My dad's gotten worse with his depression, and somebody needs to go outside and bring food home and do the chores, and that somebody is me. The scariest part of it all is that I think that this is all going to continue until one day I just die on the way home from school or from work. Every day I leave my house terrified, but I can't let the fear control me. It's not easy to live like this. There's this very famous question where you play with your friends and ask, would you rather? Well, I want to know, would you rather know when you are going to die or how you are going to die? Many of you will say you want to know so you can be careful and avoid it, but you're wrong. If you know how, the only thing that's going to happen is you're going to have terrible anxiety until it actually happens, until you find out when. I would rather know when so I can at least live calmly for the time that I have left. The nightmares are happening more often, so I feel like I might not have that much time.